Today I'm going to be interviewing Jean from a separate piece. Let me start with my questions. How would you describe yourself, Jean?
I would say that I'm very self-conscious, I'm very uncertain. I tend to have a bit of a jealousy problem. I have an identity crisis, but overall, I believe I'm just a typical adolescent male. I'm very good in my studies, an okay athlete, and sometimes I struggle to define myself as an individual, and I tend to follow others' ways. I'm just sensitive and immensely competitive, especially when it comes to my best friend.
In what way did the war affect you and Finney's relationship?
The war really did affect Finney and I's friendship. Finney was injured, so he couldn't fight, but he didn't care. What he cared about was the fact that we would all be leaving to go to war while he would be left behind. So he tried to keep our friendship alive so he wouldn't be left out in anything. I, on the other hand, had wanted to go to the war as soon as possible. My emotions turned, my emotional turmoil was so great in relation to Finney that fear of the war became secondary. My greatest fear was that my betrayal to Finney would be known. At one point, going to the war actually seemed to offer me relief and escape from my emotional torment.
How did your mindset and friendship with Finney change since the beginning till he died?
My relationship with Finney can best be described as a love and hate relationship. At times, I adored and admired him. I enjoyed being his best friend. I even went as far as dressing up in his own clothes. At other times, I felt incredible resentment at Finney's athletic and social accomplishments. I imagined that Finney was feeling a similar competitiveness and was trying to sabotage my academic success. Towards the end of the summer, my resentment built to such a degree that I caused him to fall out of a tree and break his leg, which destroyed his athletic career. After all that happened, I felt such guilt and regret for what I had done to him. I tried to sort out what happened between us and make everything right, but it was too late.
What does the tree mean to you?
The tree is a very important symbol to me. It represents many different things, such as the need for self-discipline and overcoming my innermost fears. Back when I was at the Devon School, I would describe the tree as a huge long spike or an artillery piece. But when I went to visit the school, it seemed so small and unthreatening. Even though the tree stayed the same, I realized that I had changed and grew past its ability to define or scare me. The tree holds a symbol of both carefree joy and fears of becoming men.
Do you regret the jealousy you had towards Finney?
I do regret my jealousy against Finney. The core of our conflict was my desire to be more like him or even become him. The deep-seated sense of envy and rivalry prevented me from reciprocating the pure feelings of friendship Finney had. Once his injury occurred, I felt so terrible that my level of jealousy had caused him to be in that manner, and I immediately regretted it. I should have never wanted to be like him or even take over his own being. Otherwise, he would have still been here.
Thank you for your time, Jean.
My pleasure.